In this video, I want to talk to you about 4 different YouTube channels that are really going to be instrumental into helping you prepare for your career after your PhD. Obviously, on this channel, I don't talk about preparing for your career after your PhD much, but there are so many YouTube channels that do specifically talk about that. And so if you're following me and you're not following these other channels, I want to make sure that you know about them, and I will have them all linked below and have them linked above when I talk about them as well. Before I get started, if you are getting started in your research or looking for your next research project, I have a free gift below. It's my 30-day research jumpstart guide. It's going to help you learn how to step-by-step develop a research project and complete that research project. It's completely free and you can get it using the link in the description below. But today, let's get into the 4 main YouTube channels that I would follow and go watch their videos on to help you prepare for a career after your PhD. So the very first YouTube channel is the Papa PhD podcast. And so I have actually been on this podcast when I talked about marketing yourself for after your PhD. The Papa PhD podcast is just an absolutely great podcast that is hosted by David Mendez. He has his PhD and he talks with other people not only about their own careers and what they're doing, which is in a wide variety of different industry, government, and even like freelance entrepreneurship positions after their PhD. But he also has a ton of videos helping you to prepare yourself and what you can do in grad school to actually be better prepared for your career after your PhD. So I highly suggest that you check out his channel and his podcast, and I will have the episode that I appeared on as well linked below and above. The second YouTube channel that I would definitely follow is the Bold PhD. The Bold PhD is hosted by Dr. Gertrude Nontera, and she just has so many amazing resources for how to develop yourself, especially if you're in the sciences, for industry careers particular, but also freelance entrepreneurship careers. In using your scientific PhD background and what you should be doing during grad school to be prepared for those. So she is specifically a scientific writer now, and so she has a lot of videos about those, but she has also started doing interviews with other people who have created new careers, primarily in industry, after their PhD. And so she has a ton of those interviews. If you are interested in what potential careers are out there for you, especially in the sciences, I highly suggest checking out her channel as well. And I will again have that linked below so you can go check her out. The third YouTube channel that I think is a really great YouTube channel to check out if you're a grad student anyways, but even if you are interested in preparing yourself for your career after grad school, is the Academic Society by Dr. Toyin Ali. And so on that channel, she talks kind of all about academia. So preparing for yourself in grad school in academia, but then also after grad school, staying in academia. And she is specifically a professor who specifically does teaching in mathematics. And so she has so many days in the life of being a professor and so many videos about what it's like to be a professor. And so if you're interested in more of the academic path, I highly suggest checking out all of her videos on what it's like to have a career in academia. She also talks about being a part-time entrepreneur and also being a professor. So she owns the Academic Society, and she has actually been starting to talk more about how she's created the Academic Society, how it's bringing her in money, and how you can do the same. So please go check out her channel as well if you are specifically just a PhD student or a graduate student trying to move forward in this. her channel has so many tips, especially on time management and grad school prep. But also if you're interested in more of an academic route to your career, check out her channels and see if that's really a good fit for you or not. And last but not least, the last channel I highly recommend you check out is PhD Coffee Time. This is hosted by Dr. Vera Chan, and she specifically talks a lot about being a postdoc, but then also her move into medical writing. And so if you are interested in writing at all again, check out the Bold PhD, but also check out her channel where she talks about how she got into medical writing and how you can do it as well. And she also does a lot of interviews with a lot of other people. And I think that's a really great channel for you if you're interested in the postdoc route at all. She talks a lot about how to prepare yourself for a postdoc, what it's like being a postdoc, should you do a postdoc, all of those things are definitely worth checking out. And then also her other topics about medical writing and other of her industry experience as well. So I think that all of these channels are great channels to go follow. They have great advice on them, not only for being a graduate student, but also for preparing yourself for a career beyond graduate school. And don't forget to download the 30-day research jumpstart guide that's going to be available in the link below. And I hope this video is helpful. I hope you go check out these other channels and get to see all of the information that's actually available for you if you're interested in a career beyond graduate school. I hope this video is helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.